But is
Yeah.
she okay? So they want a woman that is fit, feminine, and friendly. Forget
Yes.
the fit part. Feminine, hell no. Friendly, no. So you're not those things so you don't meet the requirements of those very same men that you want, but you want those same men to do those long lists of requirements. So, like I said earlier, reality or delusion.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. This is modern women and their entitlement.
Here are a list of
Yes.
things I expect men to do in marriage. Number one, pay the rent, mortgage, and utilities. So that's like the rent, the water, and like the electric. You know what I'm saying? And then if you have a home, like the property tax and the mortgage insurance, all that good stuff. Number two, to do most of the cooking. I cook, but I don't really like to cook. So it's really a plus when I meet a guy who is really good at cooking. And there are actually a lot of men that are great cooks.
Welcome to the S.Banks&JD Network podcast. I'm your host, JD, and I'm joined here with my co-host.
S.Banks.
And today, our title is Lizzo-sized woman has a long list of requirements for marrying her.
Okay. I hear that. We have 3 clips for you today. I'm gonna go right in
Okay.
because there was a long list,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna need to
Break it down.
break it down.
Exactly.
We're gonna have to go over some of these things.
Mm-hmm.
So good. But with that said, let's dive right in. Here's clip number 1.
Here are a list of things I expect men to do in marriage. Number one, pay the rent, mortgage, and utilities. So that's like the rent, the water, and like the electric. You know what I'm saying? And then if you have a home, like the property tax and the mortgage insurance, all that good stuff. Number two, to do most of the cooking. I cook, but I don't really like to cook. So it's really a plus when I meet a guy who is really good at cooking. And there are actually a lot of men that are great cooks. Number three, the dishes. I don't like doing the dishes, so it would be great to have a man that just took that chore off of my hands because I don't like to do the dishes. Number four, do the laundry. And when I say do the laundry, I don't just mean like put the clothes in the wash. I mean like the whole process. Put the clothes in the wash, put the clothes in the dryer, put them up, iron what needs to be ironed, fold what needs to be fold. Like do the whole thing from A to Z. Number five, take out the trash. I don't like to take out the trash. Number six, any yard work or housework. Now, he doesn't necessarily have to like fix it. Like if there's like a broken pipe or something, like he doesn't have to fix it, but he does have to be responsible in calling whoever to make sure that it is fixed. So it's just his responsibility. Number seven, upkeep the cars. So that includes any tire changes that need to be made, any oil changes that need to be made, putting gases in the car, making sure the cars are washed, like the whole process of upkeeping the cars from A to Z. Number eight is date nights at least twice a month, but that actually goes into like any form of recreational activities. So if we're going kayaking, if we're deciding to take a camping trip, if we're deciding to go to a theme park, just at least 2 dates and or recreational activities per month. And number nine, an annual honeymoon. I do want to be one of those couples that takes a honeymoon every year in a different location. I think that's super cute. So definitely an annual honeymoon and then a separate family vacation. So that's 2 big trips per year. So a honeymoon and a separate family vacation. And yes, I expect for him to pay for it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Okay, that was the end of that clip. Now, I could come at this from a different angle, and not a very pleasant one,
Okay.
but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it different.
Okay.
I'm not going to cook as much.
Okay.
Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting what you want,
Mm-hmm.
but the first thing I want to say is, where do you draw the line between reality
Mm-hmm.
and delusion? Now, don't get me wrong, man. We live in a first world country, so I believe you should reach for the stars.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be realistic.
You do?
But at the same time, if you come from nothing, who would have thought? Oh, a year later, you got stardom.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. What's your thought?
Yeah, well, my thoughts is I understand when you're saying like everyone has, you want what you want. I get it.
Hmm.
Um, we all want what we want. Like you said, the delusional and reality,
Yeah.
but she wants, okay, traditionally, okay, she wants a traditional
Yeah.
marriage.
Okay.
So she wants the man to
But she
clearly,
doesn't really want a traditional marriage because if she's not traditional, then it's not a traditional marriage. It's
I,
one
I
sided.
know, but I'm saying she wants a traditional marriage from what she's saying,
Yeah.
in the sense of she clearly wants the man to pay the bills.
Yeah.
He must finance what she's saying.
Okay.
So then, traditionally, in that sense, so she wants him to pay the bills. Okay, cool. Typically, what men do in a marriage, right? But then she starts to say she wants him to cook, she wants him to do the laundry, she wants him to do the gardening,
Yeah.
she wants him to maintain the car,
Yeah.
she wants him to
To do
take her on
everything.
2 dates a month and go on an annual honeymoon and a family holiday. So that's 2 holidays within that
She
year
means
also.
she means what is it? City girl, hot girl summer, girls trip. But hey, what I'll say this right. I got my notes out. Right. So I've got her list. Now I'm gonna reel off 9 of those things that she said. Everything she said, and I'm gonna say where I stand on it, right? And you as a female can stop me if you're wrong. People put in the comments if you agree or you disagree.
Mm-hmm.
So remember I said I'm gonna come at this different.
Yeah.
So she said about the man paying the rent or the mortgage
Uh-huh.
and the utilities. In my opinion, I agree.
Yeah.
But that also depends on the man's finances because most women have to work. Most women need to contribute, especially in today's economy where, inflation. So, but I think traditionally, I think the man is supposed to pay the bills of the house. I think he's supposed to pay for the utilities, the mortgage. But that also is based on his income. So I'll grant her that.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? We're gonna go for it quickly for
Okay.
time reasons. But what's your thoughts on that?
I concur. I think the same thing, to be honest with you. I think the man should pay the bills, pay the mortgage,
Okay.
the main bills in the household. It's okay if the woman maybe pays for the food.
So you're okay with the first one that she said?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, if we are cooking,
Yeah.
so because I wrote them down. So cooking, who should do the cooking, man or the woman?
Depends on the circumstance. Now, if the man is traditionally going out to work every day,
Yes.
and paying all the bills, so in that sense, the woman is not.
So what is she doing?
Yes.
You're
So
at home.
the woman is not contributing to the bills. Then I think the woman should cook.
So for me, I agree. The woman should do the cooking. If the man's going out to slay the world, bring home the bacon. He's
Wants
bringing
you
home the
to
bacon
cook
and
the
say, "Hey,
bacon."
cook the bacon." This
Yeah.
exactly. So, in my opinion, yes, the woman should do the cooking. But then when the man can, if he's not working or doing his thing, then he can contribute. Maybe cut up some onions or something. I don't know. Put in the comments. What do you guys think? But
Or
I
maybe
say
he won't mind cooking on the weekends.
not every weekend, but he's
No,
bringing
but-
in the bacon. So you got to have your roles and who does what.
Yeah.
But I say the woman should do that. Okay, let's move along. Who should do the dishes? The man or the woman? Who should do
Well,
the dishes?
like I said, it goes straight back to the man working all day. So then you cook, then you just wash up the dishes. I'm not saying that there are not men that work all day and don't mind washing the dishes because you've cooked. It just really depends. But I would say for the woman to cook the food and then wash the dishes.
Okay, so
Serve him and then take.
and we're basing this off a traditional family and having kids, and also the kids can obviously play their part.
Yeah.
Because kids need
They're old
chores,
enough and stuff. Yeah.
and not be lazy and moping around the house doing nothing. But from a traditional perspective, yes, in my opinion, the woman should do the dishes. The man can maybe dry them and help out here and there, but that's her job based on a traditional role. Put in the comments if you disagree. So yeah, from her thing, the woman should do. In my opinion, the woman should do the dishes. Let's move along. The laundry. Nowadays, laundry is a thing. It's not hand wash. So you
Yeah.
got a washing machine. So washing, ironing,
Hmm.
folding, putting away. In my opinion,
Hmm.
the woman should do that because the man's out slaying the world.
Uh-huh.
So for me, I think the woman should do that. The man can help maybe on his days off, but even saying that, on his days off, he might just want to relax from slaying the world so he
Hmm.
can go back out there and slay the world so you can live your cushy life and make some sandwiches and sit in the sun. That's where I'm at with that. But I
Hmm.
think primarily from a traditional perspective, the woman should do the washing and
Uh-huh.
laundry. Where you at with that?
I agree.
So,
Just gonna leave it there.
okay, let's talk about yard work. Yard work, housework, um, who can take out the trash? Okay, the man should take out the trash because the trash can be heavy, and generally that's a man's job to take out the trash. But as
Hmm.
far as I don't know, let's say a cabinet door is falling off, women can do that, but it's more for me a man's job kind
Hmm.
of thing. But if the man is not around, then you're gonna have to do it anyway. But yeah, I think certain kind of work in the house
Hmm.
the man should do, and things like, for example, you can't say to your husband, do this plumbing thing when he's not no plumber because you don't want your house flooded.
Hmm.
So, but I'm saying he's paying the utilities. So that's a part of that. So if he's got to
Hmm.
hire a plumber to come and fix the plumbing,
Hmm.
then it is what it is. But I say that's kind of depends on the situation.
My problem in that statement that she said was that he must organize for that to be done. So for me, I think it can be a joint thing. Why should he call up and say, "Oh, we need the sink unblocked" or whatever the case
Yeah.
is? I think she can also make those calls too. It's not
Yeah.
hard.
Well, if she's a,
You're not doing it.
yeah,
You're not doing the physical labor. So what's so hard in just making the
if
appointment?
she's a homemaker,
Mm-hmm.
the house is kind of, you the CEO of the house,
Mm-hmm.
you oversee what goes on as far as, like things that need to be fixed. Or because if we go, for example, B&Q and you want like new cabinets and whatnot, you're going to say, oh, babe, I want those cabinets that color. And he's
Mm-hmm.
going to go, as long as it's not some weird color, but he's going to say, and then you're going to go, come on, babe, please. And he's going to say, and he's going to go, okay, cool, and pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
You handle the rest. It is what it is. Um, I give a woman a house, she makes it a home.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at with that. People put in the comments what you guys think. Um, let's move along. Where we at? We're at number 7. We're almost there.
Okay.
Um, with the cars and car insurance, who's financing the car, servicing, tire changes. Well, if the man is paying the bills, then yes, he should pay for that. But this also depends on his finances.
Mm-hmm.
So, car insurance, we're in the UK. So, for some cars that are 1.0 liter, that can be like a grand. If he doesn't, that's a grand a year. Plus, MOT, tax, yada, yada, yada. But say you got bigger liter cars, it can be very costly.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that. So, if he's able,
Yeah.
then I think the man should do that. Um, Tire change, he should do that. But where a lot of men nowadays are very modern, so they might not know how to change a tire.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the man should kind of take care of that. What the woman can do to alleviate some of the stress from him is find her own insurance, and maybe he can contribute to that or pay for it if he's able to do it.
Yes.
Um,
And it
help,
doesn't hurt
yeah,
for the woman to learn how to do bits and bobs on the car.
yeah, just to help him out and help herself out because she's not a child.
Or
So
if he's not around and you need some help.
yeah, so but I think the man should pay that goes under the first part.
Mm-hmm.
So you should kind of sort that out, but that depends on where he's at financially.
Mm-hmm. She may need to help there.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
So you think that the guy should take? Well,
Yes.
you're cool with that. Okay,
Yep.
let's move on. Number 8. um, Nothing wrong with couple time. Yeah. So she said couple time
Twice a month.
twice a month. Yeah, if you can, but it seems to me it's one sided because while he's doing everything,
You're doing
what is she
nothing.
doing? So she's doing nothing. So couple time, she's having all the time in the world to herself,
Yeah.
and he's just working. So he's pretty much a slave.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as couple time, you got to make me want to spend time with you. And for me to come home from work, to come home to work, I'm not really gonna want to, bond with you and chill with you like that.
Yeah.
It's not that.
Yeah. Can I speak on that a little
Yeah.
bit? So she, like you kind of said it all, but he goes to work, like you said, slays the world,
Hmm.
comes back home. Remember the list, people. Her requirements were all the things that we've already said. So then she's sitting down doing nothing, literally.
Yeah.
Um, I want to be very honest here.
Hmm.
She's not exactly like the slimmest
Well,
woman.
let's not do that. Let's go through her list. We'll talk about her
Okay,
after.
cool.
I don't want to attack that yet until I go through her
Okay.
list to see if she qualifies for what she says.
I'm just saying, if your requirements are for him to go to work and then come home and do the chores that she said already,
Yeah.
then it kind of is sort of like, why should I take you on a date? Because what have you done?
Yeah, but
That's what I
okay,
mean.
I hear what you're saying,
Mhm.
but I think couples do need to spend time together.
Yes, of
It just
course.
depends on your situation and your
Mhm.
circumstance. But sometimes when a woman says, "Oh, I'm not happy," happiness or feelings, is temperamental, so it comes and it goes. Just depends. But for me, I don't know about spending time with a woman like that, where I'm doing everything. My work becomes a chore. Hell no. But I'm gonna dive into that a little bit deeper. Now, number 9 was a vacation. Girls for me is a girls trip. That's in translation. That's what she's saying. Girls trip. So she wants to do what she wants to do when she wants to do it.
Sorry, could you repeat that? Honeymoon.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean when she goes on vacation, holidays.
I thought she said she wants a honeymoon a year,
Yeah. So
each year, and
exactly her
then
vacation.
a
Translation:
family
girls trip,
holiday.
because she gonna leave that man in the hotel.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Wow.
That's why I said translation. So she is going to leave the man go off, do her thing. And who's paying for that? Who's paying
Him.
for who's looking after the kids while you gone? Do you have kids? There's there's nothing wrong with a holiday a year if you can afford it. But what does she do to contribute to that? Does the man pay for the holiday? And does she have the spending money? How does it, or does he pay for everything and she books it? I think that's a case by case, and it depends on where you're both at financially. But let's go down to the looks now. I'm
Yeah.
not going to be taking her on a holiday when there's going to be flightings over there, because no, because it's not necessarily just about her looks. It's about sometimes someone that may not be the prettiest externally is really nice inside,
Mhm.
but what I'm seeing is entitlement,
Yeah.
and she's nasty inside. And let's be realistic, you're average at best, and I'm being nice here.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the words of Kevin Samuels, she'll be Big Shirley and the rest of them. What's
For
your thoughts?
me, I'm gonna disagree with you. Okay, what? I can't disagree with you because you said average at best and you're being nice. So okay, me
I'm being
personally,
nice.
I think she is below average, if I'm honest. Um, don't come at me in the comment section. That's just my opinion. Other people may think different, but I believe I am very realistic. So for me, she's below average. No diss to her. I'm not coming at her or
Hmm.
anything like that. Um, weight wise, we can only see her face area. So for me, she's clearly overweight.
Stop it. You see her face area, we can see that she's overweight.
Yes, but I'm saying yes. So I'm saying we can't see her full body.
I'm the one that's to
I'm
pay,
just
but
saying
she pay like she weigh.
then she can stay. But I'm saying I was saying from what we can see in the clip,
Yeah.
you can see just like this portion.
I'm being silly, man. Say your point.
So so I'm just saying from what we can see, you can clearly see that she is overweight. So like I said, I like to keep it realistic. And it is what it is. So for me, you can't this is where a lot of women need to understand their SMV, which is your sexual market value, and hers, unfortunately, is not where she maybe believes it is.
A lot of women have these overinflated egos,
They
and
do.
they overprice themselves, and sometimes they price themselves out the sexual market.
Mhm.
But that's on them, and I think that's based in the army of simps that may holler. But what I'll say is this: if you have what's the word? If a man can do all of those things, what's the point of him being in a relationship? I may as well hire a prostitute.
A cleaner.
I may as well hire a maid,
A
a
cook.
prostitute. Yeah, exactly. Because what are you doing except for sitting pretty, and you're
Thank
not
you.
pretty? I'm just saying. I just have to point out the facts. Obviously, looks can be subjective, but they're not as subjective as people make them out to be.
Yes. Can I just say something?
Yeah.
The type of man she's clearly describing is a man that earns 6 figures and more, because he has to be able to do everything she's listed in her requirements. So, honestly, she's just not qualified to pick and choose.
But what
like
do those
that.
men, the men that she wants, what do they want?
They typically want a stunning woman, okay, a 9 or a 10.
But is she okay? So they want a woman that is fit, feminine, and friendly.
Yes.
Forget the fit part. Feminine, hell no. Friendly, no. So you're not those things. So you don't meet the requirements of those very same men that you want, but you want those same men to do those long lists of requirements. So, like I said earlier, reality or delusion. It is what it is. This is modern women and their entitlement.
Yes, she clearly brings nothing to the table. And
She's the table, but if she sits on the table, it's gonna break. Anyways, what else do you want to add before we move to the next clip?
she clearly brings nothing to the table. So for me, it's just like, how could you have all these requirements and bring nothing? Because she hasn't said in that list. I understand you're saying what you want in a man or in a husband, but it's like, what do you do then? And I wish she actually made a part 2 or something like that to show that this is what I'm gonna do in a relationship. Because right now it sounds terrible.
Okay, cool. Maybe in the winter time when a man rolls over, it's rolling onto something nice and warm, you know. He
Okay.
ain't gonna fall off the bed, you know. I don't know. Snuggle bunny, wintertime. Summertime is too hot. I don't know. Bacon. Whatever. Anyways. In that being said, let's move to clip number 2.
What's your name?
I'm Victoria.
What's your name?
This.
Alright, so y'all couple?
We are.
Okay. Y'all married or y'all just
We just married.
married for how long?
August will be a year.
Damn, it took you a long time now.
A year. Okay.
Almost.
Yeah. Alright, so since y'all married and all that, I assume that y'all trust each other, right? You gotta trust, right?
Yeah.
What you say, bro?
You trust her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so I want y'all. Huh?
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 Yeah.
Oh wow. I want y'all to switch phones for 1 minute. So who going first? Oh, he said. Oh. Oh. What?
Who is Reggie?
That was fast as
Who is Reggie?
Who is Santana?
Santana. Reggie.
Santana is Santana. I said who is Reggie?
I mean, he did ask first.
Reggie is Reggie.
We're gonna call Reggie.
Who that?
He ain't answer.
Who Reggie?
My friend?
Who you know Reggie?
I don't know Reggie, bro.
If you don't know Reggie, that's not your friend.
I don't know who Santana is, but I seen her pop up.
How you know Santana is a her?
I just assume.
But assume.
Assume.
Yeah. You assuming who is Reggie? I'm assuming who
We
is
didn't
Santana.
assume it was Reggie. We asked a question. We didn't assume. We asked.
And I'm asking who Santana is.
It was nice seeing you today. Would love to see you again tomorrow.
I've been with you today.
This was May 23rd.
What's today's date?
It's May 28th.
Today's 28th.
Tell you what.
So you finna take my ring off?
I'm gonna take my ring off. Give it back to you, player, Pinky. Can you just?
Damn, the band too?
You can get Reggie or damn Curse to buy you another one. I'm taking them too. Take bitch to the pawn shop too.
Whoa.
I appreciate your assistance today, big dog.
Okay. For me, this was a cut and close case. Her body language said it all.
It did.
It is what it is. He done the right thing. He could have easily handled that situation very different. But sometimes, we try, we hear, listen, a lot of men, there's red pill, blue pill, purple pill, right? And some guys, blue pill are very naive to female nature. But this guy you know, when listen, it's a hard pill to swallow. Let me say that, right? And he took back his ring. Cool. Hopefully, you don't have kids with this woman.
Hopefully they don't. But it was just, you could just see what the situation was from the very beginning.
Yeah.
You're asking, oh, do you trust each other? He's like, what?
Yeah, I
And
know.
so clearly he doesn't trust her. It's very obvious. They
Why,
don't trust
why,
each other.
why marry her then?
Well, he shouldn't have, no. But I don't know why he did. We don't know. But yeah, he shouldn't have if he has trust issues.
He had what a lot of men have is the hope strategy, or they believe they can change someone. This is not just a male thing; it's a female thing as well, where they believe they can change that person to something that they're not. So I'm not even going to do that. He done the right thing. Let me just ask a question, fellas. What would you have done in that particular position if that was your girl and you like, yo, who my man, and then she trying to hit you back of who's yada yada yada? What would you have done? Would you have done the exact same thing? You know, a nigga's gonna be like, yeah, I would have done blah blah blah. Nah, you'd have gone home with a chick. I'm just saying though, for real though. Put in the comments, guys. What would you lot have done? What do you want to add on that?
Well, for me, she showed zero remorse, as in when he's asking questions, her face said it all. She didn't show like emotion, as in like, damn, I got caught. Or when he was taking off the ring, she was talking. Yes, she was saying certain things. Yes, but there wasn't any like, oh, like, no, let's talk about it, babes, please, and blah blah blah. Don't take my ring and blah blah blah.
Why do
It was
you
just very much
why do you think that is?
because she clearly just wasn't in it. It's very
You
obvious.
can say she wasn't in it, but at the same time, sometimes when women think they got an army of simps, they think, oh, this guy is just replaceable. I can just find another one to the left, to the left.
Exactly. So she wasn't in it with him. She was in it with the Reggie guy. So
I don't know about that.
look, she wasn't in it with him. Let's just with her
Oh, no.
husband.
Yeah.
She wasn't in it with her husband. I don't know who she's
Because
in
when
it
you,
with.
because when as a dude, when you marry a chick, she thinks, oh, I've conquered him. Let me move on to the next. Because modern women think, oh, I've got these options galore. I've got a variety of men based on men that want to smash. But can you equate that to men that want to stay with you long term, right? Let me ask a question. Ladies, have you ever been cheated on? And would you take him back if you got cheated on? So put in the comments, because I have to flip it around if the roles are reversed, if that was
Yeah.
females. What would you have done in that situation? You know, I don't know. You can answer that question yourself. What would you have
What
done
would I do if I found out my man just cheated on me? Or is cheating?
in that very same way?
I can't say I would just walk off and go. And that highly depends on the type of man I've got. So if this man is, one of those, ladies, he's just one of those
Hold
men.
a second. So this is that I have a follow-up question to that you're speaking on, right? So ladies, if a man paid your bills, took care of you, would you look the other way? Because that's what you're pretty much alluding to, right? Would you look the other way if the man paid your bills, took care of you?
And was that guy?
Yeah, pretty much. Would you look the other way?
A lot of women will look the other way. If it's that guy, he's paying bills, he's doing what he needs to do. I think a lot of women will look the other way. Now, if it's the flip and you're looking after him.
So if he's a lower caliber guy,
yes,
then what?
And you're looking after him, you're paying all the bills, you're whatever. First of all, she has no respect for you, or a little bit of respect. And she is not gonna really. It's like,
so, okay,
how dare you
Okay.
cheat on me after I
Hold up.
do?
So hold up a second then, right? Let's just say it's 50-50, but the other guy pays all the bills and he takes care of you. So what I'm saying is this: isn't cheating? So then
is
we have to
cheating,
bring
yes.
we have to bring in to question the woman's morality. So I thought cheating was cheating, bad is bad, right? Good is good, right? And then we have the gray areas. So you're saying that you're on lease with option to buy, or you're saying most women would accept it just because the guy's got yada yada yada.
Most women will accept it because the guy's got certain things and she is, you know,
So
she's
so money or resources.
money and resort, but that's what women want. We
So
want men that have resources, have money, have the 4 P's, and that's
so
what women
so
want. So I'm not
so if
saying
the man's
it's
ticking boxes of
uh-huh.
the hypergamy or hypergamy as it's put, what you're saying is that you're willing to turn the other cheek, look the other way because he has certain kind of resources. So I'm just saying, if that be the case, right? A woman's morality is in question, and for me, I would have thought cheating's cheating. So then, why should a guy take you seriously if that's your mentality? Put in the
That's
comments,
true.
guys. What do you guys think? So, ladies, what do you guys think?
That's true also.
Hmm.
I just think a lot of women who they depending on the status of that guy, they would stay. And no, there are some women that would not stay either way, whether he's the higher guy or the lower guy. It's like, no, I'm not staying with you.
Fair enough.
I do also think though, when making those decisions, you need to think it through, because depending on your age, if you have children, blah 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 blah,
Oh, you're rubbing them the wrong way.
sometimes you need to really think about it. Now, if you have, they're married, so then if you have children, you have to think, okay, me having a divorce because my husband cheated, how does that affect my children? So do I stay?
That's a woman coming from a perspective of not being selfish. Most women are selfish. They're selfish
know.
by nature.
But I'm saying there's lots of angles to look at it.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, so I'm bringing in children.
Mm-hmm.
If you have children, would you stay or would you leave?
Mm-hmm.
So then, okay, say he is, go back to that guy. So here's that guy, he's paying all the bills. You have children with him. Do you want to break up that family? Would you stay with him? So
Okay.
even though it's like, I don't condone cheating or whatever, but I'm in it, I'm going to stay in it for the children.
Fair enough.
Or there's women that don't have children and I'm going to stay in it because you're not exactly a
think he's
bad
worth
guy.
it? Yeah.
You're not a bad guy. You're just a friggin' cheat. And
Sounds personal.
you
Okay.
give, no, it's not personal. I'm just saying
Okay.
you give, say he gives all the P's.
Yeah.
So everything that you want in a guy, he's just cheating. But he's good to you. He's not bad to you. He's just a cheat. Some women have to think about that. Or children, like I said.
Fair enough.
There's lots of angles to
Fair
it.
enough.
Anyway,
Well,
let's just say that.
Ladies, put in the comments. Fellas, put in the comments. What's you guys' thoughts? Definitely join the conversation. And that said, let's move along to a saucy clip. This is the final clip of the podcast today. Here's clip number 3.
Kendra G, my husband cheated on me last year and it really messed me up. Emotionally, I was in a low period in my life, mentally and physically. During that time period, I turned to an ex-boyfriend of mine. I know it wasn't right, but he actually did help me get through it. In the end, my husband and I decided to fight for our marriage, and we've been in counseling all this year. Now I have a new dilemma that I wasn't expecting. I learned I am pregnant. Because of the time period, I'm sure my child's father is by my ex-boyfriend and not my husband. In the 6 years of being married, my husband and I have not been able to conceive. He already has 2 kids, so I always thought I was the problem. I really want to have this baby, but I truly feel like my marriage will be over once my husband realizes he isn't the father. What should I do?
Okay, I'll say this. Let me start. Fellas, if you were ever in this position, would you stay or would you leave? Put in the comments below. What would you do? And be truthful. What would you do? Some, I believe, would stay. Some would leave. In my opinion, I'm gone. Because you know how you got some people when they say, oh, we was on a break or you was linking this person and I linked this person. Clearly, this woman has a connection with her ex, right? And you slept with him unprotected, got yourself pregnant, and I'm married to you. So when a woman links the next man, but she's still married, this means emotionally she's not invested in you.
No.
So for a woman, when a woman cheats, it's calculated. When a man cheats, it's just like taking a pee somewhere, right? A man can still love a woman and sleep with another woman, believe it or not, right? But a woman loves a man, she won't sleep with another man. She might like slam down his plate, of dinner, but she ain't gonna cheat with another man. Ladies, stop me if I'm wrong. But fellas, would you stay or would you leave in my opinion, I'm out the door.
Yeah,
I'm gone.
No.
I'm leaving.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts?
Well, first of all, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. What's my faults? Yeah, I can say I agree with you there. It's a sticky situation. I'm gonna just kind of just speak for the guys, because it's like, what can I really say about her situation? She's married, and you slept with your ex-boyfriend and got pregnant.
But that means you kind of had him as a bit of an orbiter, or you had him in the distance, or as an option.
You still have
you
a
had an
connection
intention,
to
yeah.
him. You still have feelings for him. You
Yeah.
still have a connection to him.
Yeah.
And if he's your ex-boyfriend and you don't have children with him,
Yeah.
how are you even still talking to him? How you still have contact with him? How do you even get in his bed? Like, please
Yeah.
tell me, how did this happen? So that's what I'm trying to say.
Ladies, put in the comments, how did it happen?
You still have feelings for him. Let's just be honest. Your husband or her husband maybe ain't exciting her in that way. Well,
Or maybe she wants to dibble and dabble. Maybe
but okay, so he cheated on her first,
according to her.
and then she cheated on him.
So let's say
But-
allegedly, because I
Okay.
don't believe all women. But continue.
Allegedly, he cheated, and we know for a fact that she cheated because
Yeah.
she's pregnant for her ex.
Yeah.
I'll say this to the ladies: don't cheat back on some tit for tat BS, because this is the situations that we get into.
But ain't that some whole shit though?
Oh, that was
No,
very
but when you think, when you break it down, ain't that some whole ish though?
well. Obviously,
Stop me if I'm wrong.
well, what else? What else would it be? Of course, it's that. But what a lot of ladies forget is you're the one who is likely to get pregnant. So it's
Well,
you.
you got more to risk.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. So you're the one that you're the one that's having a baby.
Yeah.
So okay, say for example, the husband cheated and got the girl pregnant, but he's not coming home with that baby. You are coming home with that baby.
But a woman more is concerned if he's taking money out of their household for that, baby,
that
and
child.
and if he has embarrassed her
Yes, okay.
publicly. So it just depends, innit?
It's understandable if your concern is you've got this girl pregnant. Now, if you choose to look after this baby, you are most definitely taking money from our household and putting it into this other
But
baby.
what happens if your kids that you got with this person is not, they don't want for anything, they're still good, and he's made a mistake, and he's still, he's still looking after his kid with the other woman. It's very different, than him, another man, putting a seed in that woman and getting her pregnant. But let me ask a question, is in my notes. Ladies, what do you think she should do? If you were ever in that position, what would you do? What do you think that woman should do? Because it's a hard one.
It's a hard one. I think in her situation, she's kind of left the ball in the husband's court. It's kind of like whatever he says, then it is what it is. Because first of all, he's your husband. So you shouldn't be cheating and be getting pregnant for
But
no
she
next
has.
man.
Let's
Yes.
fast forward. She has cheated.
She has.
Should she keep the baby?
If
Is
okay,
the husband going to stick around? What
If-
should she do?
exactly. If the husband says this is too much, even if you have a don't care, I'm not staying with you. Then you kind of know where you stand. That's why I said because you're pregnant for a next man now, you've put the ball in his court. So whatever he decides, whether he's staying with you or not, that's whatever the decision's gonna be. So if he says to you, if you keep the baby, I'm not with you, or if you have a deletion, I'm still not gonna be with you. Then okay, cool. I kind of know maybe what to do next. But
Well, it seems to me that she wants the baby from the ex.
she wants the baby. See, that's a good thing. Yeah.
That's what I got.
Okay. I don't think she's a mother yet. So then this will be her first child, I take it.
Yeah.
So then, and being in that position of being pregnant, it's a very hard decision to make when you know that you want to be a mum and you're destined to be a mother and stuff. It's a very hard decision. Should I, delete or should I keep? And it's like, well, you never thought you would ever delete, sort of thing. It's just that my situation is why I have to consider it. But I would say that she is happy, first of all, for being pregnant,
Yeah.
because she said that her husband has children,
Yeah.
but they don't. And she always thought it was her that was a problem. So a part of her is like, oh my gosh, I can get pregnant, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm pregnant. So she's happy. And then it's just her situation's crappy because it's like, well, I don't think it's my husband's. And it's
But
my
she knows this.
ex's.
She knows.
She knows that it's her ex.
Because the time for conception, there's a very small gap. So
Yes.
when you got those women on Maury and they're like, oh, there's 10 different men. How many dudes you been sleeping with?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So she knew, and according to her, it's the ex's one. But as a female, ladies, what do you think? Do you think that she should keep it? I don't know. What would you do to, because I'm assuming she wants her marriage. I think she wants to have her cake and eat it. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, she does.
She wants to have the baby with the ex, but she wants the beta male orbiter,
Mm-hmm.
the husband, the one she doesn't really want, or over the baby father, the original baby father. I think she wants him. And I
Yeah.
think she wants his baby. She just wants the resources of the other guy. That's what I think.
I can't personally say what I would do like that. All I would know is that it's in the husband's court, and from whatever he decides, I guess I have to deal with that because I'm the one that made that mistake. So I have to deal with the consequences from my actions. So if he says, okay, cool, if you have a deletion, we can work on this marriage, then okay, cool, we can work on a marriage.
Yeah.
But if he says, I don't care if you have a deletion, I'm not saying with you either way.
But there's trust.
Of course.
Trust
But I'm
is out the
saying
window.
if he says, I don't care either way, then you can be like, okay, cool. Maybe I'll have the baby then. It's just for my ex. Maybe I'll be a single mother or whatever.
It's a double-edged sword.
It is.
But I'll say this free game. Fellas, sometimes a woman won't cheat on you, but she'll know who's the next candidate that she's going to replace you with. So although she won't cheat, she knows who's up next. I want to leave you with that final thought. And that's some Jerry Springer-ish. Do you have anything to add before we close out?
I'll just say to the women who do this tit for tat crap when it comes to your man cheating on you and I got to cheat on him. Like, first of all, why would you want to raise up your body count? Like, why do it? He made the mistake
You're
of
getting too
cheating.
technical for them, mate.
He made the mistake of cheating. Why are you doing that for? Why are you gonna do that?
Yeah.
I think that's just stupid.
Okay.
Personally, I'm not raising up my body count for your mistake. It's not my mistake. You made a mistake. You deal with that. You have that on your conscience. I ain't gonna be, but that's just me. A women, they
Some women cheat.
don't mind cheating,
Some
but
women cheat.
I think it's
Some women don't.
loyalty and stuff too. And
But the ones that don't directly cheat know who's going to be the next guy. So that's food for thought. Even though she's not directly cheating, she knows who's going to be up next.
she's cheating mentally,
Fellas, that's food for
not
thought.
physically.
See you in the next one. Peace. We out.
Peace.